what's going on, everybody? Here's your boy Ance Armstrong back again. It's Monday. Y'all know what that means. Market Monday here on the channel. I'm not gonna lie, out the gate, it looks like a pretty light content week here in MLB The Show 21. We had a ton of content drop last week. This week's looking like it's gonna be a lot lighter on that front, but that doesn't mean there's gonna be a lack of ways to make stubs. Who knows, could we even be getting a flash sale this week? We're going to be talking about a potential flash sale here at the end of this video, so you're going to want to watch all the way through both what kind of cards we would be having and why I think we may be getting one this upcoming Friday. A lot of signs are pointing towards it. Let's go ahead, let's hop in, let's look at the content calendar this week, take a look at the marketplace as it currently stands. And when we look here at the schedule, we can see 8th inning program, 8th inning content, division series. We've already gotten all that, so we really just have this right side of the schedule to look at. Should be getting a calendar update on Tuesday when that new player program drops. Following that, we're going to be getting the 8th inning showdown. And in terms of the schedule, that's all that we have happening this week: player program and 8th inning showdown. So not a whole lot gonna be impacted by that. Of course, with those two things, we should see inning bosses start to decrease in price ever so slightly. We'll talk a little bit more about inning bosses here later on in this video, as the inning program may be one of the best ways to make stubs right now with how desirable those cards are. But as you can see, not a whole lot on the surface level for the schedule this week. That means some more major content coming up in the near future. Of course, we're gonna have the championship series postseason programs. Team Affinity 5 maybe starting to get close to coming around the corner. Maybe an extreme program we haven't seen yet. A lot of things that could be coming in the near future. Let's go ahead, let's take a look at the marketplace. Let's see what we're working with on that front, and talk about how we can be prepared for the rest of the week to make some stubs. So first off, looking at our inning bosses, we're still at a milli. 3 orders up for Ernie Banks, at 12 up for Chris Sale, and 35 up at a milli for Willie Mays. So all 3 of those chilling at a million stubs still. You want to make some stubs right now, go through, grind out this inning program. They're not going to be staying at a million stubs. They will come down pretty significantly. We've seen that with all the old inning bosses. They're not going to be chilling forever at a million stubs. So if you have that ability to get on, be grinding it out. You have those daily moment evolution players. You can have new player program tomorrow, showdown Thursday, and come in, cash in on selling one of these bosses for a million stubs. Hard to get much better than that in terms of making stubs. We come over here though, we take a look at the live series market. We're seeing this trend up pretty steadily. A guy like Mike Trout, we can see the trend line up on Mike Trout, getting back to a level that he's previously been at. Obviously hit a massive low as people finished that previous inning program, got that 90+ pack. Of course, we can see a similar trend line here with Jacob DeGrom. DeGrom as high, you know, outside of that little spike that he had earlier this month, as high as he's been in quite some time here, above 30,000 stubs. So we see that trending upwards again. People are no longer getting that 90+ back from the inning program. That made all of these crash. We're seeing those trend back up, and based off the current schedule that we have this week, I would expect these trend lines to continue as we don't have anything impacting the market. So unless things do change, expect the market to be moving upward this week, as there's no influx of packs being driven into the market, but people are still going to be acquiring subs, looking to spend some of those subs. So we take a look at some of our other popular card types as well. All-Star Game, Lance Lynn, Real Muto. Yeah, I was thinking they're closer about 33K. Somebody's undercut both of these, close to around 30K. Again, we take a look at the trend lines. We see a very firm trend line up over the last couple days. It looks like the price is a little low right now. It's early in the afternoon, early morning still in some places. So evening prices are probably going to be a little bit higher. These end up being great flips. Not quite. Now they're not an incredible flip, but if you're buying Lynn or Real Muto at 25, and you could be easily be selling these for 37+ or so. But we see the trend line very firmly moving upward on these. Same can be said with our Home Run Derby cards as well. Even though they're down to 12K right now, we see a bit of a slow trend upward. The price is low right now, kind of low across the market right now, but I would expect the price on these cards to be significantly higher come this evening, getting closer to 15, 16, maybe even 17,000 subs throughout this week. Can't really obtain any Home Run Derby packs anywhere right now outside of the event and deep within the inning program, but those aren't going to be obtained on a consistent enough basis to drive down the prices of these cards. So still really cheap on these home run derby cards. A little surprised to see them as cheap as they are. If you have some right now, I would expect their prices to trend upward, as based off what we have this week, none should be influxed into the market. Again, when we're looking at their marketplace trend, I would expect it to trend up. I think they're going to start to get closer to 20,000 or so. Market's really down right now in this snapshot that we're having it. I imagine if you're watching this later this evening, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, these prices are going to be up from where they're at right now. Also, I want to take a quick snapshot at headliners. We do finally see the headliners starting to trend up. Obviously, we have those bundles in the market, but I think people are slowly stopping opening those bundles. Obviously, when they were new and fresh, everybody was ripping them. That is going down now. We can see a guy like Machado trending upwards quite a bit. You can see from his last drop that he had, starting to trend upwards quite a bit. Same can be said for a guy like Alex Bregman. A very big trend upwards at recently. So a lot of movement starting to happen on these headliners as well. I think a lot of that movement lines up with possibly a flash sale. Last look at the market real quick. Let's take a look at these BR rewards. Still 3 weeks left in this battle royale program, so a lot of time for them to climb. We take a look at them. The new ones chilling around that 5K price point. That's pretty standard for those. We take a look at some of these old ones. 446 on a guy like Justin Wilson, and we can see an ever so slight trend upwards after his major drop that he had. Take a look at a couple more random ones. Eddie Matthews here, 2,300 on the buy now, so he's really starting to trend upwards. A lot of these all trending upwards. 1,700 for a guy like Springer. Again, an upward trend on him. But the sell nows still around 500. That is a great price point to come in and pick up these silvers. Still 22 days left again, so the boat to come in and invest on these BR silvers still very strong. If you need a place to store some stubs, might as well store them there on these card types. And at 500 per, you don't really need a whole lot to invest. Obviously going to be passive a little bit more long term, but really safe plays. Same can be said with the golds. Obviously the current golds very expensive. I do recommend selling those. Take a look at some of the old ones. Guys like Odor, 1,700. Not a whole lot of movement yet, but he quite a bit above quick sell. 1,300 on a guy like Tyler Clippard, much closer to quick sell, which is a price point that we like to come in and pick up at. Kyle Seager, 1,200. And let's look at BR here, 1,200 as well. So a lot closer to quick sell, with a lot of time for them to tick upwards. Expect these to get closer to that 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 price point as the BR program is closer to finishing. Again, still 22 days left, so a lot of time for these cards to go up. Still great opportunity to come in and invest in these. Now, very quickly, do want to look at the inning program as well. Of course, we have this Space Pack 1 right here early in the inning program. These end up being really nice flips. Take a look at the marketplace. You can see a little bit of a decline as people are getting to them, but several thousand sub profit there. Same with a several thousand sub profit there in the Familia. 9K on the buy, 52 on the sell. Really good profit margins there. Maybe not so much of an investment, but I mean, if you're getting them at quick sell, doesn't really have any risk to it. Let's take a look at the choice pack here. We have the classics pack. These are still selling for 30K. They should all be around that 30K mark. So still very expensive on these. Personally, I picked one and I just sold them for 30K. These are going to get down to quick sell. That's how they do over time. Definitely would probably recommend selling these at 30K. We can go back in, buy back later. We know those are going to be great investments as people get through the inning program, especially with the player program and the showdown this week. A lot of people are going to be getting to at least 100K. Same can be said with the classics. 115K for a guy like Mitch Garver, 121 for Blake Trinan, and 123 for Brian Anderson. So 100K plus still on each of these three finest cards. Again, you're looking to make some stuff. This inning program very profitable right now, but I would recommend selling those. 75K, a lot of people are going to be obtaining that with all the new content coming out this week. And then, of course, the bosses, all three still at 1 million. So if you are able to work through, get up to 350K, very profitable to do so. Now, finally, I want to talk about flash sale. I think we could be getting a flash sale this Friday, and it'll be the show 21. Flash sales this year have been just about a consistent once per month basis, if not even less than that. We've been getting those flash sales very consistently. Our last flash sale was September 24th. This Friday is going to be October 22nd, so just about a month since that last flash sale. With a lack of content happening elsewhere this week, I think they could put in a flash sale as a way to kind of keep some people on the game this weekend without any major content coming out. You throw in a flash sale that helps bring down prices, especially as we don't have any content that's giving us packs to bring down prices. We're seeing prices go up rather quickly this week. They may want to mitigate that with a flash sale. So what could we be looking at with a flash sale? Of course, live series. If we're getting DeGroms for 10 to 15K, things of that nature, live series are going to be great with a flash sale. Keep your eyes on that. 2021 All-Stars, we're looking at Real Muto, we're looking at Lynn. If they get sub 10K, close to quick sell even, we are picking those up 24/7. Home Run Derby, if our mid home run derbies get to 5K, I will put all 3.7 million stubs I have in the mid home run derbies at quick sell value. It's a no risk situation. I can't really lose anything on that front. Also could be looking at some headliners as well. I love personally, if we can tab on over here, the prime headliners. Huge fan of those. Guys like Cliff Floyd, guys like AJ Burnett, Dan Plesac, they end up having really massive drops with big recoveries. Take a look at the marketplace trend. I'm covering up, but you can see the blue line just at the bottom, 926. That was just a day after the flash sale. So that's really showing the flash sale values. And you can see AJ Burnett close to around 10K a piece, currently selling for 30K a piece right now. Lots and lots of profitability there. Same with 6 series and awards and milestones, all good art types to come in and pick up if we have any headliners. And then of course, could be getting a Field of Dreams pack. The Field of Dreams cards chilling pretty expensive right now. We'll come on over to awards. Guy like Lefty Grove, 86K. They've been slowly training up. 86K for a guy like Lefty Grove. Mike Piazza, 91K. And then finally, come over here to milestones. And we have Mike Schmidt here for 90K. So 90K each on those rare rounds of the Field of Dreams could be dropping as well. So I got a good feeling. My spidey senses are tingling. We may be getting a flash sale this week. We're due for one. It's about that time. So be sure to be liquidated. Have subs prepared. Don't be sat holding 20 mid all-star game cards and then we get a flash sale, brings them down significantly. You don't want to be stuck holding that bag. That is what we have this week. A really light content week, one of the lighter content weeks we've had in quite a bit, but that could all change quickly with a flash sale, as obviously we know how crazy the market gets during flash sales. I'm crossing my fingers we can get one. I do love flash sales. I got 3.7 million in the bank right now. I need an excuse to spend all of those on some big time investments to make some big stubs. I'm getting close to having every card in the game. I just need that little bit more of a push to get there. Hopefully that can happen this week if we can come in with a flash sale. As always, you enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate all the support on these videos, even as we get into October, closing in on November. Obviously the need for stubs isn't there as much, but hey, if you're anything like me, half the fun of this game is just seeing how many stubs we can have at the end of the day. As always, if you have any questions, definitely be sure to hit me up down in the comment section below. I try to respond to as many as possible. Until next time, though, I'll catch y'all around.